Good morning, everybody. So today I'm going to read out of the book of James. I'm going to read chapter 4, 1 through 3. What is the source of quarrels and conflicts among you? Is not the source your pleasures that wage war in your members? You lust and do not have, so you commit murder. You are envious and cannot obtain, so you fight and quarrel. You do not have because you do not ask. You ask and do not receive because you ask with the wrong motives, so that you may spend it on your pleasures. This is a big ouch. Because this reminds me exactly of why we have problems. Yes, we have problems because we have a sinful nature and we're all sinners. There's no way around it. But this kind of reminds me that the problems that we have are escalated or the result of these things right here. I mean, we look at it. Lust, envy. We don't ask. But when we do ask, we're asking for selfish reasons, not for reasons that we need to be asking for. I mean, there's other things too that cause all this as well. I mean, you got pride as well, which is a real big thing. But for the purpose of what I'm reading in context here, lust and envy. Desire to want something that we can't have is a very powerful, or they are very powerful, reasons as to why there is a lot of the problems that we have. We bring it upon ourselves with our own desires, with our own selfish motives, or just, we have problems, or we don't have things because we simply don't ask for them. But when we do, we're not asking with the right reason, with the right heart. It's so funny how people misuse what Jesus said about, whatever you ask in my name, you shall receive. That's probably one of the most misused phrases that Jesus has spoken of all time. Because people in their lust and envy think that because I'm a Christian, God's going to give me what I want. When I want it, how I want it. No, He's not. He will give you things according to His will. And based on whether you are in the right mindset for the things you're asking for. I mean, let's go ridiculous. You got somebody who wants a Lamborghini, so keeps praying for a Lamborghini, but never gets it. Why? what's the most reason people might want a Lamborghini? Mostly it's probably because to show off their wealth, or to just say, let's show off, just to flat out show off, look at what I have, you know, and have no intention of thanking God for that Lamborghini. Okay, yes, I know I'm being completely ridiculous, but I feel led to be ridiculous to kind of prove the point. But when we think about why we want something, when we check ourselves from our lust, when we check ourselves from being envious over somebody else's things or whatever, situation, success, wealth, fame, fortune, whatever you want to call it. When we check ourselves from that, then we're not going to be so quick to want to get into a fight. Not so quick to want to do things horrible. It mentions, how lust can lead to murder. Okay, yeah, sure, that could lead to actually physically murder somebody. But do you realize just the thought of murdering somebody is the exact same thing in Jesus Christ's eyes? So, we have to check ourselves. We have to be in prayer. We have to stay in the Word, and we have to ask for help from the Holy Spirit to guide us in the right direction, to guide our hearts, to guide our motives, to help us see what our motives are for when we ask for something. And even though our motives are right, it's not a guarantee. We're going to get what we want right away. Because it's all about God's timing. But if we ask for the right reasons, for the right motives, then yes, Jesus will grant us that wish. But you got to bear in mind, it's going to be on His time, not on our time. Kind of a bitter pill to swallow, isn't it? But I venture to say that a single one of us are not guilty of having fights with friends, loved ones, strangers, without the cause being one of these few things. And then there's things that we could be blessed with, but never are, because we simply don't ask for it. And of course, more often than not, we ask for things and don't get them because we're asking out of pure selfishness and out of pride, asking for things because we want to, promote, boost ourselves, whatever you want to call it, and not promote and not reflect the glory of God and share the glory of God through the request. So, yeah, kind of a bitter pill. I'm definitely guilty of this 100%. And sad to say, as hard as I try, I'm going to fall short when it comes to these, because I'm a sinful man living in a broken world, and all I can do is pray and ask the Holy Spirit to guide me, and to ask Jesus to forgive me for when I falter at these things all the time, and then remind myself, if I'm not getting something, is either because I'm not asking for it or I'm asking for it for the wrong reasons. So, love you guys. Be blessed, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.